Do you guys like my meat blanket? I know the main character in this game. There's a scene of him where he's in a meat blanket. So I was like, I want my own meat blanket. You guys should get meat blankets too. Yeah, munchable blanket. I'm gonna eat it as I'm streaming. Yeah, meat vision. You know, I know a lot of things about this VN, but I never actually played it. Saya no Ta, also called Song of Saya in English. It's on sale right now for the Steam spring sales. If you guys want to grab it, you should. I already really like the menu music. It's very calming. That means this is gonna be a calm game, right? It's gonna be a soothing game. Whoa. Hello there. Yeah, does anyone understand this? Average McDonald's drive-thru audio quality.
Yeah, like 2 sausage McMuffins with no egg.
3 such creatures sit around a table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. Yeah, this game's so romantic already. After a really nice start here. I'm not familiar with this dialect, sorry. Whoa! By listening carefully, I am able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. However, these creatures look. They are my friends, apparently. Oh, nice friends you got, bro. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. Bro has to become a skinwalker. These monsters and I were part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together. We even went skiing together every winter break. Now these are painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. I would have been comforting in comparison to believe that I had been abducted by aliens or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. This is a crazy prologue to a visual novel. Yeah, it really sounds like drowning audio, you know what I mean? Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're discussing is of no importance to me. I decide to keep quiet while pretending to listen, but just then... Oh. Oh. Whoa! Hey, Fuminori! One of the flesh beasts says as it swivels its bloodshot eyes towards me. What do you think? I try desperately to suppress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. We're talking about this year's ski trip. You're coming too, right? Oh, hell yeah, I would love to go ski with these flesh blobs. You have other plans?
Yeah, basically.
Not really. Surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo. I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. Now where's the romance gonna come into play here? That's it. I can't look at them or bear this screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Hey, Fuminori! A spray of stringy slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach, and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. Ooh. I mustn't let on that something's wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here. Like I said, today's my checkup. I've got to go. Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here, now. Later, I mutter hastily and flee the cafeteria. I'm not crazy. Yeah? Crazy. I was crazy once.
今度のスキーだけどさ、今年はどっかスケートも遊べるところにしない？
Oh my gosh, everyone looks like people again! This must be his memories. Hey, says Takahata Omi, why don't we go somewhere we can skate for this year's ski trip? Skate? But why go to a ski resort to skate? Haha, give her a break, Tsukuba. It's all she talks about these days. Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup.
でもいきなりやって滑れたの？おみちゃんすごくない？
Oh, she's kind of cute. I like her short hair and the choker. You can see her hips. She's got hip windows. Ayo, nice style. Yeah, dude, hip windows are so base. Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her, as silent and expressionless as a statue. Wait, why is there doubt over whether he could be called that?
なあ、ふみのり。お前はどう思う？
He's like, he's not standing up straight. He's like slightly bent over. He's got a shrimp back. Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way.
どうって。
Fuminori always looks the same. He's just like, oh, get me out of here. Cause of Yo's distress, Sakisaka Fuminori responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague, mumbled question of his own. We're talking about this winter ski trip. You're coming too, right? Wait, is this the same scene we saw at the start of the game, except like now it's through like non-meat vision? You have plans?
いや、別に。
Not really. Wait, yeah, it is the same dialogue, right? It's so cool! What the heck? The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the 4 bears them, not only Fuminori. Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Oh, yeah, so this is from different POV. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth, but that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale. Oh, so the spit that landed on Fuminori felt like the eggs. Yeah, he was saying like he felt like eggs on him. Yeah. Like I said, Fuminori snaps, making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Today's my checkup. I have to go. Even as he tosses money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining 3 lower their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched. Oh my god, they're all like, Fuminori's crazy! It could have happened to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into twisted scrap. Oh my god. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. Jesus. For a while, it had looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life. I don't know about normal life, but he certainly did. He made it through, but like, at what cost, right? Now, like, he has permanent meat vision. Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. This sucks! She likes him! And he can't even see her as human anymore! Wow, what a great romance, alright. Dr. Tambo Ryoko has never had a more troublesome patient.
その後の経過はどうですか、咲坂さん。
Oh, mommy. Hello there. Why are the nurses always so freaking hot? Hello, doctor. Yeah, look at those thighs. Too bad Fuminori can't see this. Poor Fuminori. He's missing out. Yeah, hello, nurse. I think I'm coming down with a fever.
幻聴や幻覚といった体験は？
いえ、何も。
Yeah, so like, it must be so weird, like, from an outsider perspective, talking to Fuminori, because, like, you can clearly tell something's off, but he also, like, keeps saying there's nothing off, you know? He's like, I'm not crazy, you know? Fuminori is truly in hell if he can't see this. Poor Fuminori. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior, some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it's an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it. Yeah.
大丈夫ですよ、先生。現に僕は今こうして病院の外でも何不自由なく生活しています。問題なんてないでしょ。
I'm surprised he's been managing for 3 months.
じゃあ、先週の話の続きなんですが。 先生、あれから大貝教授については何か分かりましたか？
Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing.
何分だいぶ前にここを辞められた方ですからね。私個人としても交流があったわけではないし。
Why does he really want to meet this old guy? Ryoko answers smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided at the outset to lie, she has no trouble doing so with a straight face. Oh, so she knows why he actually left?
だから教授の身内の人間と恋にしていましてね。その人から調査を頼まれているんです。
大貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが、噂話に。
A lot of sus. Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have had no contact with the man. You gotta keep up the lie. You gotta keep up the lie.
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないかしら。
Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. What's the incident? And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. What kind of conspiracy is going on? After a brief pause, Ryoko writes, progress good. On Sakisaka's chart for today. Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, good. Road to recovery.
崎坂さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone. Goodbye. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, in a house that's much too large for me alone. My parents, even unluckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. If they were still alive, my parents would never have allowed me to live with some strange girl. Oh? Waifu time?
おかえり。
No, guys, his life is going great. He has a cute waifu waiting for him at home.
遅かったね。ちょっと心配しちゃったぞ。
Moody finds a will to live in a meat world. I mean, honestly, if I had a cute waifu, that would give me so much hope. True, her skin seems too white, and the color of her eyes and hair is probably different in reality. But even so, her form is undeniably human. Oh, so he kind of knows that he's seen like a warped version of her. Like she doesn't actually look like this just because of like everything he's been dealing with. As I bend down to take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently into her chest. Yo, the romance. This is the romance we were all waiting for, baby. After I see the humming Saya off to the kitchen, I step into the living room. What does the living room look like? Oh! I realized one day that if the natural colors of the world were sickening, all I had to do was paint over them with colors that seemed pleasant. Oh, so he kind of like takes what he can see, and if like it's a color he likes, he uses it to paint the walls. Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is at all appetizing. Not that food elsewhere is any different. Oh, so too bad. The food still looks like, I guess gross. The taste is as gut-wrenching as I expected, but it's not Saya's fault. He's like, if my cute waifu made it for me, I guess I'll eat it. Dude, the cope is crazy. Dr. Ogai Masahiko is Saya's father and her only living relative. Saya has asked me to unravel the mystery of his disappearance. But like, as far as the other nurse knew, she was like, Dr. Ogai never had any relatives. What? Ever since Saya moved in, it's been like having my own wife.
どうしてなんだ、サイ。なぜ僕にここまでしてくれる？
Why are you such a good waifu? The dependency is crazy. Oh my god. This can't be healthy though, right? I mean, okay. Fuminori's far from healthy, so whatever, man. Whatever works for you, Fuminori, I support.
どうやって君に報いればいい？
Whoa!
やって
Wow!
抱いていて。
Wow! Okay! We getting some spicy scenes already. This VN's kind of peak, don't you guys think? Yeah. Yo is determined to talk to him today. Oh, this is a different perspective. The time has come to show courage once again. Oh no, is she gonna ask him out? Poor Yo is getting cooked! I'm sorry, Yo. He already found a new waifu. Yo's 4th period on Thursdays is biology. This is our one chance to see Fuminori. Yo's shirt is like 2 sizes too small. It's kind of funny. It is! Wait, does she even wear a bra? I don't think she does. You could see her nip sticking out. Fuminori jerks at the sound of his name. You would think she just screamed at him. He heard it as Oh my god. I would not want to talk to this guy. He looks like he's gonna kill her.
最近ちょっと様子が変です。
そうかもね。まあ、あんな目にあった後だから。
He smiles like it's nothing, but even that seems forced.
君にはそれだけじゃないように見えるのかい?
He seems so distant. Yo manages to keep from flinching at the harshness of his tone. Oh my god, the switch was crazy. Dude. Bro's like, no thanks. I got my cute waifu waiting for me at home. I don't need you. Yo can no longer stop the words pouring from her lips. She fears that if she does not unleash her feelings now, they will be lost forever. Oh no! Dude, it's so over for her. She promised herself that she wouldn't back down, but Fuminori's expression is terrible enough to shatter her resolve. The look in his eyes is not anger or any other warm-blooded emotion. It is hate. Murderously cold hate. Oh man.
そういえば君には一つ返事しなきゃいけない要件があったね。
Wait, he remembers! Rip.
僕は君のことをとりわけ特別に意識したことなんてなかった。君に好意を持たれてもどう接すればいいのか迷ってた。
F's in chat for Yo, guys. F's in chat.
今ではもうはっきりと答えが出てる。
Yikes.
あれから考える時間だけはたっぷりとあったからね。筑波さん。僕はあんたのことが大嫌い。顔も見たくない。
Fuminori, what happened to pretending to be normal? Like, he could have just said no, right? He could have just said, like, sorry, I have someone else in mind or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. She's already dead. This is like overkill. Don't cry, Yo tells herself, but too late to stop the tears pouring from her eyes. Oh god.
もう二度と会いたくないっていうのは無理だね。同じ学校に通ってるんだし。
Oh my god, Fuminori, chill. I know you have your own set of issues, but like.
だからせめて今後は僕に声をかけないでくれないか。目障りなんだよ。つくづく。
目障りなんだ。Yo whispers in shock and despair, to which Fuminori twists his lips into a malevolent smile. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Oh god. Fleeing breathlessly from the courtyard with Fuminori's cold smile at her back. Why is he smiling? Emuri dayon! Did you know that only 4% of you guys are subscribed? That's not a whole lot. I'm watching you guys. Don't call me a nerd. But yeah, you should subscribe, so it'll bring me great joy and motivation. Thank you. When I regained consciousness in the T University Hospital ward, the world was as dark as it is now. Or he regained consciousness. Did he pass out? Or maybe he's talking about like when he like woke up after the incident. Yeah. The real horror began when my sight returned. Oh. Soon my disorder spread to the senses of touch, taste, and smell. As it turns out, sight exerts tremendous influence over the other 4. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, you know, they say you believe what you see, right? So, yeah. Eventually, when even a doctor's voices became unrecognizable as human, I decided to kill myself. Oh, I didn't believe for a second that I could live in this new world. At least not until I met Saya. Bro's like, I'm gonna end it all. And then a cute waifu appears and she's like, I can fix you, Fuminori. Drifting between the nightmares in my dreams and a nightmare of reality, I didn't notice her enter my room. The next thing I knew, there was a face staring down at me from next to my bed.
誰だい？なぜここに？
私はさや。パパのこと探しに来たの。
Maybe she looks like a weird monster to everyone else? Wait, does she not know he sees her as human? Maybe that's why she was like, oh, you're not scared of me? Oh god. Oh god. I assumed that she was the daughter of a late shift doctor or another patient. It was unusual, but not unthinkable for such a girl to be wandering around the hospital at 3 a.m.? I don't know about that, Fuminori.
あなた、怖がらないんじゃつまらない。
She wanted to go like, boo! And he goes like, wah! Oh my gosh, girl, jump scare! No longer concerned with propriety, I let the words come as they willed.
手を握らせてもらえないだろうか。
Saya looked confused at first, but then she smiled like she just found a new toy. I'm scared. Yeah, lewd, holding hands. This relationship is moving fast. No wonder they're sleeping together at the start of the game. You're interesting, she said, winding her fingers gently around mine. Can I come back tomorrow night?
ああ、
大丈夫よ。夜は私のものだから。
The night belongs to me. What could she mean by this? She had been living in the suburbs with her father, she told me, until one day he'd suddenly stopped coming home. So she suddenly started living at the hospital? After she had tired of waiting, Saya had decided one night to sneak into the hospital where he'd worked. And there she lived for over 2 months, searching for his whereabouts all the while. Fuminori, this isn't normal. This is not normal. Oh, here it is! Let's go! It's the meat blanket! I don't know why this makes me so excited. We're matching! Fuminori, we're matching! When she arrives at the Sakisaka house, Omi first takes a deep breath to calm herself. Oh no, Omi came to the house! I don't think she wants to look inside. I mean, he painted it, right? He did some crazy... He painted the windows. He did, like, some crazy stuff to it. I don't know. And is it just her imagination, or does something stink like rotten meat? Huh? Uh-oh. It couldn't be coming from the yard, could it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oh, huh. What's behind the house? Finally, after this has gone for over 10 minutes, Omi loses her patience and opens the cover of the intercom. I think Omi should go home, for her sake. Given the state of his intercom, she doubts if Fuminori will respond to a knock, so Omi decides to just open the door and go in shouting. And if the door is locked, she'll just have to... Surprisingly, the doorknob turns easily in her hand, and enraged Omi finds herself throwing the door open wider than she intended. Whoa! Her nostrils are instantly assaulted by a choking stench. What? What's going on in his house? Fuminori's been seeing meat. It's time for her to see the meat. I don't know.
何?
As Omi stands petrified on the threshold, the cowbell hanging on the inside of the door chimes loudly. A moment later... Oh my god, that scared me! Bikkurishita! Is that Saya? 今、Saya-chanの声だよね. Oh my... Wait, it's time for Omi to experience what Fuminori's been experiencing when he listens to others. Omi can't believe her ears. The voice she just heard could not have been human, yet its intonations were too complex for any animal she can imagine. Omi, I think you should go home. Omi, I think you should leave. Nevertheless, Omi sets foot into the hallway, leaving the door open so that the cowbell won't ring. You know, every horror, character ever, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking towards what's scaring me. When she looks back ruefully the way she came, she realizes that her current position is not visible from the entrance. This kitchen must be where that strange voice came from. Oh no! Omi wants nothing more than to flee this house, but that would mean turning her back to the darkness. and that she simply cannot bring herself to do. Uh-oh. Moved by some irrational compulsion, Omi sets foot into the den. Wait, isn't this the room that was painted? That Saya painted? Oh my gosh. She slides her hand along the wall, feeling for the light switch. Finding it much sooner than she expected, she flips it on like it's her last hope. Woo! Wow, the RGB goes hard. Omi's legs give out from the shock, sending her to the floor. Slime immediately soaks through her jeans, its cold tendrils creeping up her legs, crotch, and oh god. I am so sorry, Omi's legs. Yeah. I am so sorry, Omi, but it's over. Her neck. Oh. What's on her? Actually, I don't need to ask that. It's probably, I don't know. I think it's Saya. Her hand flies to her neck where it is greeted by another drop of chilly slime. Above her, something is dripping down on her head. Whoa! Making perhaps the worst decision of her life, Omi looks up. I mean, where else is she supposed to look, I guess? Down? The predator, clinging to the ceiling, poised to leap upon its prey. She sees it in every detail. Whoa! Oh my god! Her mouth and nose are sealed before she can scream, and her belly is torn open as something enters to feast on her innards. But by the time she feels any of this, Omi has already gone mad. I think she's dead. You guys think she died? Yeah, rest in peace. Something smells strange, though not unpleasant. The aroma is quite soothing, in fact. It reminds me of Saya's hair. The floor is covered with what looks like to be some kind of grass. Probably the source of the herb-like smell, and there are fruit or vegetable-like balls of varying size scattered everywhere. What? What? Ayo, that gyato. Remembering that she has never eaten in front of me before, I realize that she must be quite embarrassed. Yeah, embarrassed is a word, yeah. Ah! No way! No way! It's time to feast! We eating good tonight! True scary stories. Hospital edition. Strange things started happening at the hospital around the end of last spring. One day, the cats suddenly disappeared, and it wasn't that they'd stopped coming. It was more like they vanished from the area entirely. No! No! NYAKAMA! I thought she was eating kids, but somehow this makes more sense. Saya's on top of the food chain, you know, she's coming for you. At first, Koji assumes that he's headed to the lecture hall, but it soon appears that he's going home. No way, Koji's gonna follow him too. Koji! Don't fall for the same thing Omi did! He follows his friend, taking care to stay far enough behind that he won't be noticed. Oh my god. Fuminori wasn't going home, as became obvious when he boarded a train heading in the opposite direction. Koji's next guess was that he was going to see his doctor at the T University Hospital, but Fuminori rode straight through the closest station. The area is quite desolate, with only a small bookstore, a convenience store, and a market in front of the train station. It is easy for Koji to keep Fuminori in view. This neighborhood was carved out of Fuji foothills, and here and there remain steep inclines and wooded areas that escape assimilation. Koji is amazed that such a quiet place exists less than an hour out of central Tokyo. Before long, Fuminori reaches a house. Without ringing the bell or even knocking, he opens the door and vanishes inside, leaving Koji to wonder how Fuminori can treat the house as his own. After waiting to see if Fuminori comes back out, Koji approaches the gate and checks the nameplate. Ogai, it reads. Because Ogai is Saya's dad, right? When the sky begins to turn a deep blue and the streetlights come on, Fuminori finally emerges from the house and heads back towards the station with the same hurried stride. After some brief consideration, Koji decides that right now, investigating the house is more important than tailing Fuminori. What is up with these characters though? Like going like, oh, I'm just gonna investigate, you know, totally not scary, hee hee haha. Oh god. I don't like this music. The moment he enters the house, stale air thick with mold and dust fills Koji's nostrils. Koji notices something strange, something that was not visible in the lighter's weak flame. The slime! Oh my god, slime is everywhere. Suppressing the urge to flee, Koji goes back downstairs to check the first floor. Koji braces himself for the worst and opens the door slowly, then shines his light into a ceramic bathtub that appears from the darkness like a white ghost. Bones. Oh, that's even worse. Bones, a mountain of bones, black with dry flesh and blood. The bones are too small, and there are too many of them. They aren't human. What are they bones of? After taking several deep breaths to calm himself, Koji enters the bathroom and examines the tub. They appear to be from small animals, perhaps cats or dogs. No! The NYAKAMA! Rip NYAKAMA. You got piled here. Koji's sanity won't let him consider the possibility that the human could have done this. But why not dispose of the leftovers properly? They could have just been thrown out with garbage. Or was there something keeping him from leaving the house? In the first place, what the hell was Fuminori doing here?
Oh!
Fuminori jump scare! That freaked me out. Hi, Fuminori.
不法侵入だぞ、コージ。
お前だって同じだろうが。
Koji replies, barely managing to speak over the pounding of his heart. Yeah, they're both trespassing, right?
この家の人と知り合いなんだ。頼まれて探し物をしに来ただけさ。
知り合いって、いつから一体何者なんだ
Koji doesn't want to believe that the old friendly Fuminori could have had contact with the denizens of this house.
いずれお前にも紹介するよ。僕の恩人とも言える人だから。
Koji runs after Fuminori. His heart is finally beating normally again. Wait, is this friend of yours the reason you've been acting so strange? Don't talk about my friend like that. My waifu like that.
僕の後をつけてきたんだね、コージ。
Ooh. Koji swallows. What can he say?
そういうのは迷惑だ。二度とやらないでもらいたい。
Don't do it again. Up until this very moment, concern from his friend was still at the forefront of his mind. Now, however, that concern is swiftly giving way to a growing sense of dread. Does the Fuminori he knew no longer exist? Yes. Was the person who just stared Koji down an imposter wearing Fuminori's skin? Yeah, he's an imposter. He's a skinwalker. When I returned from the Ogai residence, I was greeted by a silent, empty home. Saya had vanished without leaving any clue as to her whereabouts. Where did Saya go? Right now, it's 5 in the morning. Soon the sky will begin to show the first light of dawn. Where is waifu? If Saya doesn't return, the thought makes me want to tear out my hair. After its long absence, the terror of true loneliness is too much to bear. He's crazy. At last,
Tadaima!
Tadaima!
さや、一体どこに
What was she doing out there? My question trails off as I notice the thick bundles of paper that she's carrying under her arm.
それは
ふみのりのカルテとか手術の記録。今日は古巣の病院に行ってきたの。
Why did she grab those?
だから、そんなもの持ってきてどうするつもりなんだ
どうするって、もちろん調べるのよ。うちで時間かけてじっくり。
Oh, is she gonna fix us? Wounds?
なあさや、
ん
She answers coolly, looking up from the charts.
今日はもう疲れたし、寝ないか
Yeah, let's go to bed together. Yeah. Hold up, what? I'm just drinking some water, bro. What? I almost spit out my water.
こう毎日続けてちゃ体に毒じゃないか
Every day. What? Wow. What a young and healthy couple. Haha.
ちゃんと大人の体になってるし平気なんだけど、でもさやはまだ
Fuminori, please. Fuminori, please.
平気なわけないだろ。今まで否認もしてないってのに
Huh? What do you mean you haven't used any? Me, baby. Help. This is so... What is... Huh? Fuminori, are you gonna take responsibility for the... For whatever's about to happen? Like, what's gonna happen? Huh? Does he really want to fuck around and find out? Literally?
ふみのりはさ、さやに子供を産ませるの。
Oh my god! Yeah, he really does want to find out, huh? By the time I break the spell... Sorry. By the time I break the spell of her angelic smile, Saya has undone my belt and is removing my pants. So Saya really does want to bear my child. She's been saying that. By the time I drift to sleep in exhaustion, it's comforting embrace. All doubts about Saya's actions have vanished from my mind. Yeah, no thoughts, head empty. Just waifu. Yep. Whatever the case, all that matters is that she's returned to me. I think I will wrap it up here for today. That I was not expecting the scene. That was wild.